I've been on the committee for the North since 2016, and I've been working in museums for 15 years now. So first of all, at the International Slavery Museum in Liverpool, and for the past 13 years at Manchester Museum as the curator of living cultures. And just at the beginning of this year, I went freelance. Well, I've always been really passionate about heritage and arts and culture, but particularly the heritage of the north of England, the northwest of England, because I'm from West Lancashire, a town called Skelmersdale, and it has this wonderfully rich history. So all these fascinating parts of its heritage really started me from a young age, being passionate about all these things. And I've taken that forward, and that's why when the opportunity came up in 2016, yeah, I took it. So at the committee, we make a whole range of different decisions. So the scale of the project can be very large. It can be a capital project involving millions of pounds, maybe for a museum extension or development, or it can be quite small and a local community heritage project. So you see the whole range and the whole scope. Heritage takes very many different forms. So one day we could be talking about dry stone walling in the Lake District, and another day we could be talking about projects related to cathedrals in the northeast, or it could even be the environment. The landscape is part of our heritage too. The range is wonderfully diverse, as is the scale, and each of them is unique and driving towards greater inclusivity by those who participate with heritage. So it's really inspirational and wonderfully diverse. Well, you don't need any formal qualifications. You just need a real passion for all things heritage and experience in the heritage sector of some description. So you could be a volunteer or perhaps even a curator like I was, or just somebody that's got a real interest in this type of work. And when I joined, of course, I had some experience of working in museums, but I learned a lot from engaging with other committee members, and I was able to bring my own lived experience as well as a working class person, a queer person from the northwest of England. I was able to bring those experiences to the committee too. So you don't need to know everything, and you don't need any formal training or qualifications. You bring your experience and passion for all things heritage, and you realise very quickly that all the other brilliant committee members and members of staff at the fund have different skills that they can bring to. But first and foremost, you need a real love, a real passion for it. But also, I guess, an attention to detail as well, I would say. So there's a considerable amount of reading. So we look at very many different types of applications for different sizes of projects. Some are quite small and contained, others are large capital development projects. So it's having a keen eye and being interested in the real specifics and details of heritage projects, from staffing, funding, different types of museum collections or art collections that might be involved, and a real interest in the outcomes too, like how will this benefit the local community from participating or investing in these type of projects. The relationship between the staff and the committee members at the fund is brilliant. It's really supportive, and I'm always inspired and impressed by the work that the staff at the fund do, and I've learned so much from them. And whenever I've needed any clarification or support on anything, whether it's the case papers that we read to understand the different projects that we review at committee, or even being on a site visit with them, so attending these wonderful museums, these wonderful buildings to meet grant applicants, they're always there, they're always so supportive, and they make things run so smoothly. So one of my favourite projects is the Our Shared Cultural Heritage project based at Manchester Museum, run by Dr. Sadia Habib, and she's working with young people to engage with very many different aspects of South Asian history and heritage. These young people are absolutely marvellous, so they're engaging with heritage in so many different ways. So it includes race, faith, sexuality, ethnicity. They're looking at the built environment, they're looking at the natural environment and museum collections, and thinking about inclusivity and representation. The best thing about being a committee member is you can bring all of your lived experience, all of your professional experience, and you can genuinely make a change in people's communities and lives. And I've seen that transformational effect. It's happened to me in my own personal life. My connection with heritage has really supported my journey professionally and culturally. I've seen the impact it can have on communities, it can have on different localities. And if you want to make that impact, I couldn't recommend it any more than becoming a committee member for the fund.